Hi guys, Dominic here, and today I'm going to all things glutes. So we're going to take a ball here I got from a company called Trigger Point Therapy to work it in on the glutes. And generally foam rolling doesn't really work all that well in this area to loosen the glutes out. So a ball is an awful lot better. So I'm going to start by crossing my foot over the knee if you want to get in a little bit deeper. Generally, to start with, you probably don't need to do anything other than just putting in on your glutes, but as you get on in your training, you might need to get a little bit deeper in on that. So to get a little bit deeper, we'd get ourselves next to a post and get into pretty much the same position, and that way I can get a lot more leverage down onto that ball. If you want to get a little bit deeper again, we could take a plate and stick that up into our lap, and that'll definitely get a lot more pressure in that area. All of the work that we're doing on the hip allows the back to be in a much safer position. If the hips are super tight, then there's a higher likelihood that you'll have issues with the back and with the knee. So that should also be combined with activation work such as bands, which I've done previous videos on, and stretching. So to kind of look at some of those stretches, your kind of standard glute stretch would be a pigeon stretch, where you go onto all fours on the mat, and we're going to take that shin across the body. We're going to go through 3 different variations here. Some you'll find more effective than others, as everybody's got one that'll hit them better for them. So we get the shin right across the body, and the degree to which you can take that shin across the body kind of generally indicates as to how mobile or immobile your glutes are. Variation on the bench, or it could be done on the side of a sofa. I'm bringing my foot quite far away from my groin area, so I'd have an over 90-degree angle in that position. And then I can do some contractions. You'll see my knee moving up and down. I can put a bit of pressure in there to try and release that glute a little bit more. Make sure you're not rounding down into it like that. Keep the chest up and avoid that kind of rounding down position like that. So drive the chest up and bow forwards from that position. And all these stretches you'd hold for like, maybe 45, 60 seconds, and then go back to foam rolling again, maybe the activation work, and work in that pattern on particularly tight areas. This is an elevated version. I really like this one as well. Again, try not to lean over into the side you're working. Try and make sure you're staying pretty straight. And this will be done the same thing on both sides. Again, try not to round down into it. And if these videos are helpful, hit subscribe.